I work for Kennedy Health Systems. I became involved with them right after I got my master's degree. Before I worked for Kennedy Health Systems, I worked for Family Services, which was another behavioral health organization. Kennedy Health Systems, the main focus there is providing quality health care for its patients, and for behavioral health is providing mental health services for our patients. I'm a clinician for a partial hospitalization program that serves adolescents. There have been several patients in my program that have been homeless, that have lived in both individual youth shelters and also mother-children shelters that we transport them back and forth to. I've been working in the mental health field for about 7 years. No, 10. I was in residential facilities for 7 years, and then another 3 in just doing clinical work. And I also do in-home therapy as well, and I have gone to shelters doing in-home therapy with adolescents. I would say a lot of our patients that attend our outpatient behavioral health are homeless. They become homeless. Mental illness is one of the leading causes of homelessness. People break down, they lose their jobs, they lose their families, and without getting the proper services, they don't know where else to turn, and they end up on the street. When we get indigent folks that are mentally ill without health care, we provide them. It's called charity care. Kennedy Health Systems is a nonprofit organization, and they get approved for charity care based on not having any income, and that's good for 1 full year, and they can get mental health services, behavioral health, regardless if they have no insurance at all. And the charity care, there is a limit of how many charity care patients we can take in each program, but we rarely turn them away. All of our patients are mentally ill. We have 6 different programs. We have 4 adult programs, 2 children's programs. The children's programs are ages 13 to 18. There's 10 kids in each program there. On the adult side, their adult groups can range from 10 adults to 30 adults in each program. And then there's 4 adult programs. If they're in the children's side, they come in, they do education from 9 to 11, and then from 11 to 4, they have group therapy, 5 hours of group therapy. They have social group, community group, clinical groups, psychoeducation groups, and wraparound program. For the adult side, it's very similar. For their partial program, which is PHP, partial hospitalization program for the mentally ill, they have a group that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that runs from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then there's also a MICA group, which is for dual diagnosis, which a lot of our homeless folks are in the MICA group. MICA is for individuals suffering with mental illness and substance abuse issues. And when we get a new patient, we establish a treatment plan, and we set goals for them that contain objectives and interventions to meet their goals based on their needs. Every client we get has a different profile, has a different diagnostic profile that determines the way their treatment is formed. I guess the most important goal for all of our patients is to stabilize. I would say most of our patients go on medication, to psychotropic medication to help them stabilize. And to further their recovery is to ensure they stay on the medication that they're prescribed at our facility. Mental illness sometimes is genetic, and people are born with mental illness. So sometimes they can't help it, but there's a lot of people that live full functioning lives. What I would recommend for somebody that is in danger or at risk for becoming homeless would be initially to get them established with a case manager through the welfare system, to make sure that they have the services they need, because there is so many connections out there that people don't have to be homeless. Unfortunately, a lot of the mentally ill are, because they are so afraid to get help, because of a lot of times when people are suffering, a lot of homeless people suffer from psychosis, and because of their paranoia and because of their fears, they're afraid to get help. So I guess the first step is to make sure they have the right mental health treatment, and then the right case management to ensure that they get all the help that they need and have the options if they will, I guess, give into housing. A lot of times homeless people don't want to go to shelters, and they don't want other people's help because it makes them feel more weak than being on their